All right, welcome back. You guys listening to Fantasy Gridiron Live right here on Blog Talk Radio's Fantasy Sports Channel. So we're going to go with the phone lines. Again, this is your guys' show. We take care of you the best we can. So if you got a question, comment, concern, star and send a question, hit us up right here, 646-716-9118. Or you guys know the email, so get it done. From the 734 area code, you got on Fantasy Live right here with Tony Sinclair and Paul Greco.
Yeah, how you doing this morning?
Doing fantastic, man. What's going on, dude? It's a beautiful, beautiful day.
Yeah, it's snowing out here. I'm up in Michigan.
What?
Just got
wait. It's snowing already?
Yeah, it's snowing hard right now. Probably got about an inch on the ground.
He gets to watch Lions football and has to shovel his driveway the same day. He's not having it so good.
We got better than that.
All right, my running backs, I got to pick three of them. I got Stewart, MJD, Slayton, Chris Johnson, and Barber. And I'm wanting to play Stewart first. I got this weird feeling about Stewart this week, but I don't think I can sit Barber or CJ, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Like I said, after making a couple phone calls last night, after doing some looking online at the local papers for what the coaches say, again, Carolina's going to bring Stewart in very slowly back into the offense after coming back off the injury. They're talking about he'd probably get as many between 8 and 10 carries at the most, if even that, depending on how the game goes. When I take a look at this, though, MJD, Slayton, and Barber jump out at me right away. Johnson's going to be a decent play this week, but again, I don't see it. I like MJD. I think he's going to be a huge part of the offense. Slayton, too, and Barber. What about you, Tony?
I'm going to go with Chris Johnson, Marion Baba, you said, but MJD, is it a points per reception league once again?
We get .125, so that's whatever that is.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, definitely go with MJD because I'm looking for 6 or 7 catches out of the backfield. I don't think they're going to be able to line up and run against that Tennessee defense, so MJD will get the ball down the goal line, but it will be a receiver today as a lot of dump-offs, and later in the show I'm going to talk a little bit about Mercedes Lewis in that game as well.
Yeah, the only thing that scared me about the Carolina game is because I know Detroit gets down so quick. And if they get down 14, 17, 21 points, don't you think they'll put Stewart in there and just let him run crazy on him? Or will they keep handing it to Williams?
I really think it's going to be a little bit closer than some people think. I see now that Dante Culper's had, instead of the 3 days to learn the offense, he's actually had now up to almost 2 weeks. I think it's going to be a closer game than many people expect. Now, don't fret. That Detroit Lions defense isn't as bad as many people think. To me, I think it's a pretty decent defense. I think it's going to help keep them in the game. That's what I'm saying. I think this is going to be a little bit closer. I don't see Carolina blowing this game out. Maybe a 10-point, maybe 14 because of maybe a late touchdown in the fourth quarter. But I think this is going to be a little bit closer than many people expect.
Yeah, Detroit's been playing so much better on the road, way better on the road. And that's another question, real quick. Do I play Calvin today over Hushmanzada or Braylon Edwards?
No, I don't think
Edwards on Monday night. Edwards on Monday night. Could he go off again like he did last time?
The thing that worries me, again, and I mentioned this early in the show, is that Braylon Edwards was only targeted twice last week because Brady Quinn was focusing more on the underneath stuff. But, again, it was a short week. I think after a week of being with Edwards, I look for Edwards to bust out. You mentioned it again, and I mentioned it last week with Plaxico Burress. When it's on the big stage, the big wide receivers tend to show up, and I like Edwards this week over both of those guys.
Okay, hey, guys, thanks a lot. This was my first time. I'm going to listen to you guys every week, and good show.
All right, man. Appreciate the comments, man. Hey, good luck. Have a great, fantastical fantasy football Sunday. We go right back to the phone, Tony, from the 707 area code. You're on Fantasy Grand Live with Tony and Paul.
What's up, guys? Hey,
what's going on, bro?
Not much. Hey, let's see, start with wide receivers. I need to start 2 of the 3. Colston, Lance Moore, and Eddie Royal.
Colston's a must.
I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Eddie Royal, though. I think Denver is going to throw the ball 40 times in that game. They have the running back situation. You all know about it. There's no running backs left there in Denver, and I think Atlanta will score. So I think Royal's going to get targeted at least 10 times there. I'd go there, and I know Lance Moore is a strong play. He's going to get you 5 to 6 receptions, but I think the upside's high with Royal.
So on my big board, I have Royal at 23, and I have Moore at 32. So I tend to really lean towards my big boy has been very, very good this year. I've been nailing a lot of stuff, so I say you go with Royal over Moore this week.
Okay, I have two other quick questions I need to start. See, I have kicker. I have Bryant or Prater, and tight end I have Owen Daniels or the sleeper, Matt Space.
Daniels or who? I'm sorry, broke up there.
Matt Space, or the Pittsburgh backup.
Right. I go with Prater. I think, again, huge points there for Denver. I think he's going to have a lot of opportunities. And you know what? I like Owen Daniels this week. As much as, Space is taking over for Heath Miller there, you know what? I like Owen Daniels this week against what is going to be, I think, is a soft NED, especially against tight ends. What about you, Tony?
Oh, absolutely. Owen Daniels, top 5 tight end in fantasy football right now. So go with him, stick with him. I look for Houston to throw the ball a ton in that game today. Owen Daniels could be targeted 10 times.
And then they'll go. All right, thank you, guys.
All right, man. Hey, appreciate the telephone call. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate it. That's how easy it is, fellas. Right there, you make a phone call, we give you the hits. Again, you guys can hit us up on email, fantasygrandlive@yahoo.com, as well as hitting us up on the text messages. The texts are at 210-685-5098. Tony, let's get right back in the news before we welcome in Chris Kuhlman. And let's hit this up because some of the stuff that we got, and you were talking about the Owen Daniels situation there in Houston. Now, Andre Johnson and Owen Daniels have combined for 1,441 receiving yards, which is the best pair of teammates in the league. Now, that's saying a wide receiver and a tight end, Tony. I think you hit the nail on the head when you say Owen Daniels is going to be targeted at least 10 times this week.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at that receiving corps, Stevie Slayton, is getting most of the carries because Amon Green, one game to the next, he's not available to play. Slayton has run out of gas. He's more of a receiver playing out of the backfield, much like Westbrook is in Philadelphia. They kind of have a similar offense there. In the tight end position, Andre Johnson's getting double teamed, so Owen Daniels is getting one-on-one coverage with linebackers. That's a no-brainer for a guy that has the receiving skills of Owen Daniels. He should get the looks, he should get the targets, and he's in a ton of mismatches one-on-one with linebackers.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great point. Now, Peyton Manning on the other side, this is a great play. Has 31 career touchdown passes. Let me say it again. Peyton Manning, 31 career touchdown passes versus the Texans. What do you thought, Peyton Manning? Is this a guy that can actually really carry a team this week?
You know what? He has to carry it this week because you look at the situation with the Dye. Looks like he hasn't been healthy. I'm a little concerned with Gonzalez a little banged up. Reggie Wayne's a little banged up. But I think Manning gets it done. I think the Colts have a big second half of the season and make their way into the playoffs. And Marvin Harrison's looking old there. Look for Dallas Clark to have a big game. Dallas Clark has actually been the number 2 wide receiver playing at the tight end position for the Colts with all these injuries.
Yeah, great stuff. What we're going to do, guys, take a quick commercial break. On the other side, we welcome Chris Kuhlman. He is our injury doctor, giving you guys the best information, news, and notes, injury-wise, from around the NFL. You guys are listening to Fantasy Gridiron Live right here on Blog Talk Radio's Fantasy Sports Channel.
This is your Fantasy Football Update, powered by Pro Football Weekly with